Malawi Brief.
Pamene loya Kamangila akupitiriza kuwunikira Malawi pa nkhani zakatangale, ulendo uno anakweranso ya Mafumu ndipo anali olusa kwambiri ndi khalidwe lawo pa nkhani ya zakatangale. Takhalani pomwepo.
Is what citizens are supposed to do. Kuti chinthu chikachitika eni ake Malawi akwena kumadzuka ndikuonesesa kunena kuti nkhani ayisata osagona ayi, reporting instances of corruption, calling out, naming and shaming. Also, anyway, nditamukupereka example now what one Alexious Kamangila has been doing the last 2 years. Every citizen, imagine every citizen doing that. Corruption in Ngakhale Malawi, I think in Dayanga. Number 4, or number 4, the fourth question, do we need to change the way we appoint people? So part of the changes that we have proposed under the Malawi Law Society through the legislation that is already law, awaiting procedural law to be made effective, includes the way we appoint judges. So my appointment as judge, I'm a judge, I'm a color, they have a lot to be desired. We need to make them public. Could judge this Sankidwa, as if I'm going to shortlist for interviews, and as if I'm going to interview publicly. Many Majigila of South Africa, many Majigila of Kenya. Our counterparts have moved. I don't know why we are stuck into the past. We need to be able to see kuti munthu amene akutengedwa at least basic. Komanso pama manthachakaiya pa public zonyasa zina zimabwera. Anthu ngati achina Justice Chikopa ndi Justice Kapanda, Justice Papiu Chikopa ndi Kapanda. Sana kaina kukhala majaji. Chifukwa chani? Nthawi imene abakiri muza amasankha majaji amene awo anayata bandalama ku law firm. And this is nzobisa zili public. So if these people were interviewed publicly, there was no way these people were going to be judges, because it was just nakakakuti za Manyazi sopano. Zondi mvula mena amasanga kukhala judge anata atapamula atapanga suspend for kulandira drama za chinyengo as a magistrate. So zondi mvula samena kukhala a judge at all in the first place. I think if Solomon and appointment to get the sinte the way we appoint Kumaso should be merit based without doubt, and also putting the mbali atu nda achipani amene nda atu amene. That's what we are destroying our legal profession with. My favorite is my normalizing the abnormalities. The final question is, what legal protection does the whistleblower get in Malawi? So Malawi at the moment could legal protection in yosi. Ine kutele kunazika pa mpeni. Ndifake mukaonera interview mena panga yambira ndi Gabriel Kamlomo pa Zodiac. Amanena nena kuti anthu akunena kuti mweka mutu wanu panjanja. Anatero. Kulibeko protection ya malamulo a whistleblower ku Malawi. Kuma the law protects me even without the specific legislation. The law protects me, but as well, even what the law provides, the government of that time and even the government that is present today has not provided any support that the law provides. They have not shown any interest to protect me, to protect my family of interest. Yet these people, they know how dangerous the Waponakitas, the Edgar Kacheres, the Chikopas of this world are. Those people run gangs. If you are doubting, just find time to speak in Dan Manondo. They will tell you. And how many Anamangila and most in Africa Samba. They have all the secrets. In fact, the government of Malawi should just take Ajina Manondo. Can you help the government? They will prosecute Ajina Chikopa. Okay, Justice Chikopa, si munthu ofuta kupanga prosecute, kuntenga kumika pa court, kuti nipezere mlandu. Ani milandu yochuluka kwambiri. The problem will be struggling, kuti tiazenge milandu idiyo a judge amene wa. All the people amene now banga mentioned, they are extremes in terms of the kind of crimes they have done. At first, people thought kuti I'm being personal, but I think Antomena Aona za Amalis Hotel, I think we are not, Kamangila is not doing enough. I think that's how people are feeling. I think even Kamangila Ujasana be Mokwani, I'm really minutes into ZD. When people saw the finance bank case where they are saying, bank in that happened 20 years ago, now the pass the material, people were like, mazi achita katondo. Mr. Cliff, I think we can take last round, 2 or 3 reactions, and then we should call it a day.
Alright, so we're still gonna take 3 or 2 questions so that we can wind up. But then let's see who has raised a hand. Any question, guys?
Anthu amene amapanga katangale umbava umene umasokoneza kwambiri umaononga at a larger scale. Anthu ochepa, there are very few. Ndifake corruption imapanga benefit anthu ochepa. Ifoti anthu amene amapanga corruption yoopsa kwambiri ndi anthu ochepa, and you felt in majority, so it looks too difficult to deal with until when you start working and seeing ndikatuluka anthu ochepa kamene benefit. And the way to react to it is as I addressing to the last speaker who asked the question, how do you mobilize as a group? Fighting corruption alone is all good. If my paper is available for sharing, I've said it's a paper in progress. It's a paper that I have to. So the idea is clear. The research is there. Paper like carry 50 pages. It's not a joke. I'm a student in Kubanga research, so I don't have time. But what I can share is a PowerPoint business that summarizes my ideas. Then I can share that after doing 1, 2, or 3 edits, as it were. Now, how can we mobilize as a group? Action now. Mobilization in the Osavuda. Mobilization igujidiga. Mobilization ya mbagale. One, social media. Don't stop talking about corruption. Everyone, agaona corruption, agaona joda bisa, talk about it. People are mandifuso na kudi weyo. Chifukwa jani, antu karigaya mataka mkamba za maloya, kapina zintu, za kukoti, ama sumiridwa. Kuma weyo wakantari se ukusumida chifukwa jani. Okay, mkamba za antu, muzika uti mundumbo, mzini na zona. My secret is good, whatever I've said is true. Chichosi menda uzani, it is true. So, you have to speak out to the truth. Osa kuti mungudana ndi wina wake nde basi mumpekere nkhani basi pa social media wakuti ndi wako wakatangali mupanga mule pesaso cholinga chabwino chokhala active citizen kapena active citizens. So everyone should be use of social media. Social media is a powerful tool these days. News news ajakuchepa amena jao. Media sabu malemba ma stories as many tukupangazi. But do we need them? There was a time when if a journalist to one nation hasn't covered you, they wouldn't chinkani yako simvega iwewe. Not anymore. Panoba kuli TikTok, panoba kuli ma YouTube, kuli chancha. So having those conversations, kumaso rising up, kwauza antu, kwafotokozera antu, how corruption is bad. Zomwe yapanga achiza Nyilongo, zomwe yapanga Ambeta, zomwe yapanga Collins Magras, zomwe yapanga anthu amene akubera ndalama Malawi, okira ntchito mboma, kuzera kugulira Malawi hotel. Tukwenera tizuke ka. So pa grassroots level, community leaders, yambani ndi Mafumu should have conversations on this. So mfumu iniyonse ya ku Malawi ikhale basi. So the problem is my paramount chiefs, they are also part of the corruption. I'm not scared to tell you this. This is a reality. Aga inkosi amakosi, you are part of the corruption. Yes, you kings, Mafumu, you are part of the corruption. You should be ashamed. Inkosi amakosi, my paramount inonse, you are part of the corruption, and you should be ashamed. You are not worthy to be kings. You can't be Mfumu, ndubao nenena, corruption igujidiga. And that's the part of this paper, action. Mafumu ajate achose so Mafumu aja. If they are not rising up. Because there was a time that I started talking about, you see this paramount, they are close to Chilima, they are close to Chakwera, the same they want to be close. Yeah. My paramount chiefs, my chanchan, Mafumu no se mungo pasi da maudindo. Rise up. These chiefs, you need to rise up, Mafumu. You know? Ndinu anthu ochititsa manyazi. Mafumu, you know, Paramount chief, ndinu anthu ochititsa manyazi. You are just thinking about yourself, yet, mukuti mayang'anira anthu. What are you talking about? Mayang'anira anthu agati. I want to see chiefs rising up. I want, from this discussion, utenga ukapite kuti Kamangila, kunena kuti, you either rise up to fight corruption, or musiye kukhala. You are not, what are you, mfumu ndijani? Being a king, being a paramount chief, being an inkosi, you protect your people. You have to protect your people. Inkosi should tell us how has he protected his people. All these paramounts, they should tell us how have they been protecting the people. And how there's a man. Because corruption, ya IIP, kugawa kwa fertilizer. Ikumaenda mwanji, zikuteka mwanji kuti anthu hajasa kulandira fertilizer. Mafumu angoganiza za iwo. Basi akapita kwa president kupempha galimoto yao, nyumba yao, orelia yao, salary yao. Do you know how much money government is paying on chiefs these days? It's a lot of money that is going to the chiefs. So Ben Piri has got a big responsibility to ministry ya local government. That ministry will have to get it tested otherwise. Because what is the role in Minabanga play Mafumu? So Mr. Mafumu action if you pa muzi yose uzuke ndiwauza wafusa mafumu akuti imiyo mafumu every village pa group village level pa chancha si mafumu amakhala malevu kuli konse kumuziko mukhale pansi mukambirane kuti iya ikatangala iyi wationonga. So Akamangira kuti pempha kuti amene tingateste corruption ndi ifeyo si Akamangira awo ngati munthu koma tokhafe ife anyagefe ngati tilibe chipatala kwathu kuno kuti chipatala chibwere tikwene tizuke ndipo tauza mfumu athu kuti ife tikufuna chipatala within 5 years, within 2 years, within 3 years. Iniyo pamuzipo mugwirizana mupange magrupu and the leadership men yosavuta. Pa another way, so ndakambaza mafumu ndinu ochititsa manyazi kwambiri mafumu paramount chief kumasika kunoseni. You are a shame. You are so selfish. You're only thinking about yourself. And this is the paper. And I'm protected under academic freedom. I can express myself. This is a public lecture. I can express myself that the chiefs are stupid. I've got freedom of academic freedom to say that the chiefs in Malawi have been stupid over the years. You chiefs, my paramount chiefs, you have been stupid. I'm protected under academic freedom. This is a public lecture. No one can say me, nyo. And sumungane neguri chanchani, zao fiti kuti mafumu hata ufiti wake uti. Inu ngati muli mulungu nde I'll be scared of you mafumu. Koma mafumu, you are responsible for imfa zosayenera. You are responsible for ana amene akumafa chifukwa cha njala. You are responsible chifukwa cha ndaya amene akupanga. The next level of organization. So this is a revolution. It's real. This isn't so take and it too. The second level of organization, the level ya my MP. So my MP, these people are receiving millions. You know, MP, one amene mamusankha, mangu wasankha kumene. Kungopita parliament kuja, ali entitled ku ngongole ya 300 million. 300 million. Yomwe abweza half ina inundini tibweza uzela misonkho yathu. Those people are receiving allowances. Ama ndi allowance anthamene aja. Anthamene aja ndi akumasiya so allowance yawo ndi chuma chako chimene akulandira akumapita ano kuchani kwa anthu ngati na trifoni ya mpinga njira. Ndikumaloletsa magalimoto because anthu amene salipira msonkho amagula galimoto. Akamapanga zinthu zawo salipira msonkho. Ndawo amapita kwa njira mpinga njira ndikukatenga ngongole kukatenga ndalama. Ndikumaloletsa galimoto. A diplomat, you should find out if there's any journalist. Diplomat ya trifoni ya mpinga njira. Yawesa magalimoto for zaka za mbuyomu kuzera ma MP. Kumalowesa maina MP. That's why magalimoto anazagwidwa ndi MRA. And analipira. If you go ku MRA mukhoza ukapeza documentation. Ina trifoni ya mpinga njira analipira anapanga fine. And this message ina intervuda ine pa Facebook uzani na trifoni and wakuba go and pay your tax. and the lawyer wake amene ankamuyimira telefoni anali Gift Katundu, Peter and Company. The same people. These people, you smile at Ajina Wapona Kitaja because but you need to deal with those people. Those people have to be arrested. From the time men number we am in Wapona Kita men of Mangi and we are coming on. Cliff,
we have 5 minutes more and we have one last question. Can I read it? And as you're summarizing, you can also add it on to your part.
I don't read that question because this question is very important. And if I don't answer another question, let me finish with this question. Because it's an important question. It speaks to the research of the paper. Action. What can we do? So I need to address this question very, very well and adequately. So by MP level, and from when out my constituency, we should call out MP1. MP1 is for the question what is it? Just minimum from Mubangapo Jan Pankania corruption. Imena Guankula Kamangila. Imena Guankula and Hosea Siana. Imene at APM, because the president to what one in our Bisa Winalies is not going to shield anyone. APM of vomits on the corruption in the minute when I would turn an eye, would it be the Pasogor? MP Winasa for Sibu. The other level of organization, the my challenge. Our I'm my challenge. And who yipa wambi, my pastors and Sembe, my prophet, they need to be taken to task by ministry and Mubanga Bojaniza Katangani because it's against the word of God. So at that level as well, you can organize in your Christo. Also, Mango Peter Muchalichi Buja, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, Katolika, Kayakutumema Peter, Kagunzikiti. Also, Mango Peter, you should call out Nashehan, Kudinu, Ashe, Kudi, Kanizaka Tangas, because Quran ima lessons means Quran is very, very specific in terms of justice. Kungo down to Samazio. So at the level of religion organizations, you need to organize each other to demand also Musbang organizing my church. In my leaders I'm a church in Nagumana now. The now are my issues. But the church managing a who's in leadership action money now. Kuma panali bejimina anabanga. Abuja now. Chimos most ndivura Mafumu. The church also is acting like a prostitute in Malawi. But the church is a powerful tool to fight corruption. So we need also to demand that to the church. And lastly, at the national level, the different institutions, SCB, FIA, so FIA is Financial Intelligence Agency for those that are not aware. All these institutions, including cabinet, legislature, the judiciary, or SEWA, we should demand accountability. And one way of demanding accountability at the national level is to do a national demonstration. So we are organizing soon. It's just a matter of goodie. We don't want to do a demonstration for the sake of doing demonstration. We want to do a demonstration as a last course of action, because leadership has to be proactive and not reactive. And so I believe that as a leader, ineyo ngati ndikusogolera anthu ndiyaitani anthu pansi ngati ndakanika ineyo kubwesa change ija kapena kuyambisa zinthu kuti ziyambe. So sinafike pa level yofira kuti ndakanika kupanga influence the change that we are talking about. When I feel kuti chichose chachitika ndipo ndakanika, then I'll come to say, let's go to the demonstration. But at the same time, I am not fight is here in so inuso balevu yanu muta upanga demonstration siku nina kaya mawa muta unyamu wakupita kukoti kuja kwa nina uti anjikamanda jokani munongu kapena uti changu. We saw with Namangale, Susan Namangale was kukoti, ku high court, kukapeleka notice yake. Kumampaka na wanoba notice ya sana ibangebe. So what it means is, they don't care. They are giving you a middle finger as a country. Kuti mukuchebe some land for 15 years, but there's no action. You know, these people are going. They are fiti. These people they are very bad people, and you smile at them. You sit there. School yanu mapanga njobanda nchido. If we still have corruption, because kulimbigira kudi mukonze ku university. Reward. If corruption remains, people will just be depending on. It's not merit based. It's not hard work based. They can't afford, even if they had worked for it. And the people that benefit from corruption and people that are corrupted, they don't respect money because they don't know the value of money. Do you see? How do you take 128 billion and buy a hotel that is in debt? Because they don't understand what it takes to make 128 billion. All they know is to eat and steal and plunder and destroy. So, Mafana, university level, commerce, even the alumni, your hard work at work, even in terms of promotion, will not based on how you are performing, on your performance. It will be based on Nyambi and Ndani Mabazi. A graduate, I feel so painful, or I feel so much pain when I see a graduate that has to lick us, that has to lick feet of a politician or somebody else for them to progress. But that's how we have zingolatu. When unyambili mabazi ya muntu, wina wage ngaruli graduate ka ngaruli bangerise and all that, and you have a corporate that in the end is also part of the corruption. That's why you see National Bank imapanga imamenyi na ufuru wake kuti itenge 28 billion yake. Ndipo corruption imene yachitika papa ya malilisi, they are part of it. Sangakani yeti kumachaka chikamata atukusa chi profit chambilimbili kula kumene agawana zindama. But wabatiyo amene timakumana naye nthawi zonse amatithandiza ifeyo. Gadi amene amatigadira ngati pali munthu amene musakapita mbanke, the person that gives a lot of service to the people, the guard, you know, the guard in the bank. But do you know how much the guard gets? So we need to start thinking like that to respect people. That's how maiko anga tikunonga ama anapanga progress, because they respect people. Even guard wa mu banki is respected. Even one sheet one nyumba is respected. That's why people can't afford and one sheet one nyumba kunja, because they respect. So our society has to transform. Most of the organiza zandrama zama executive directors. Mabanki muja, I want transformation in the banks. Where? So that's a revolution. The fact that Kabambe cannot lead a revolution with UTM and all that. And that's evidence based according to the research that I've done. Again, I'm under academic freedom. I'm protected under Section 33 to say what I can say, because that's the finding of my research, of this research paper. Within the protection, the confines of academic freedom. My bank, I want to see transformation. Yoyamba kumali bila sala yoyenena kwa magadi amina magadira antu. You know, amina agenda amina matandiza antu ambi antu amina tima bwena bakisha kuzua yote mafikira kwa afusa amina jaji pase chantani mapepa. Those people, the money that they get is nothing. Umachita kuona wale mtu waenda wapansi kukuta abwele kuchilo kunoko. Yet mabwana amina luko ajina madinga. They get everything. These people are thieves, and you see, they are cutting every time. Ndalama mubanki mwanu agudula ndalama osa kuforokozera ni osa kuuza nungu doba kuta aduladu mumu ndalama. But if you go to court, wasumina, despite that you have the law in your hands, the corrupt judges will not listen to you. Why? Mabanki yo. This is all sorts of setup. Chris, apologies, but there are some times that in many mabangas, sigudi zima indira nzeru zao muntu wai. But there are other things that guide me. So when I feel that I have to take something out, it's very important. You can allow the person to ask still a question and all that. But I think I've given different levels of action points. But I don't claim to possess all the knowledge. You can also provide other platforms within which action can be taken. Koditi ngatani, zimene zimene kuona ngati takubanga. Komanso, inonso mukhoza kunena zimene mukuona kuti tikhoza kubanga at different levels. Thank you.
So I think the last question which you are taking, it says, I would like to commend you for such lectures. I believe we need more of these. I also believe corruption starts with our electoral process. People are voted into power because they gave out t-shirts. Once those who corrupted the electorate are in power, they take advantage of electorates. ignorance and fuel corruption, is there any possibility to amend our constitution to ensure that those who elect have influence over those elected? In Malawi, those who elected have much powers than the electorate. So I think this is the last questions that we are taking tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ndaonapo funso limodzi ndipo funso limene likuyankha kwake ngosavuta. Akunena kuti we should change our constitution. Anyone that tells you that we should change the constitution doesn't know what they are talking about. Our constitution is okay. Our law is okay. We have enough legislation to get things done. What is problematic is implementation. The constitution of Malawi is one of the best. So panopa senthawi now tisikamba za changing law, no. Let's use the law that we have. It's enough. Zoti tisinte malamulo anthu ambiri amakamba chifukwa they have no idea what they're talking about. Our constitution is one of the best constitutions. What is problematic is implementation. I can assure you, I can stand anywhere and defend the constitution of Malawi. Kuti is a brilliant constitution and ndizothekera. Ena kama kuuza nari yayi ini magapu alipo inde magapu samene akulephesa kuti zinthu ziyende panopa. Magapu tikaenda zili ngati kapu iyi. Mazi menali half chonchi. Munthu andiruzu. Ndiye mzinati iya tike mazi azaze umumu. Akazaza. Ndeno munthu amene andiruzu amwe. No, munthu amwe mazi amene agwise ntchito mazi amene ayo umumuwa. Then ngati mazi amene wasamukwanira luzu lake kuthesa luzu lake, then you go and get another water. That's what you should look at when it comes to this. Win our Kambaza election, a very important point. I think it was a comment, it's not the question. It's really true, how we vote also fuel the corruption, because people give out handouts, matisheti, majanjani, ndalama, but the problem is not one. The problem is they have created a system where you need to beg. My MP my MP all they are doing is to buy mabogosi kumuziku. And hafuna ya sugar au makapempa hafuna kumatia kama kwa MP. That should never be the case. That should stop immediately. The government should create MP 10 akwenda mapanga create zinthu zimene zitapange transform constituency yake kuti anthu asamapite kwa iyeyo kapempha ya bogosi. And lile MP azingothandiza anthu kukayika amanda. What kind of politics are we dealing with? And I think this is a very important question to raise. Iniyo chitukuko chimene muzipanga ma MP ndikukayika anthu mmanda basi. That's what you do. Your relevancy is oneka pene mukamuyika munthu mmanda. It shows how we are lost. My point is poverty imapanga elevate anthu ena ake. Poverty imapanga anthu ena kuti apange progress. So sometimes the poverty is protected. Ignorance is protected because the people don't want people to be informed. We can see some of the interactions on Facebook that some people thrive indeed on ignorance and unsuspecting citizenry. Let me finish with what I said earlier. Corruption is brutal. Corruption is evil. Corruption ndiyankhaza. Corruption si nyengerera. Corruption kills. Corruption is killing. Don't smile at it. It's a war. Don't be kind to corruption. Thank you very much, everyone. Over to you, Mr. Cliff Kutimutuwerus.
No, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation and also for the wonderful interactions and the participants that they have come up with. I would say it was really enlightening and also at the same time and very important to understand matters that matters the most for the nation. And we thank you also for the courage and also in the fight. We keep also praying for you that you also your life is taken care of. We know it's not an easy journey, but we would like, but we would also encourage that we need to keep on having these more public lectures so that people can really understand what you're driving, because sometimes people don't really understand. So the way you have narrated today, I think it's really good that we understand why it motivates you, what is your point of view, and where are we heading, and mostly the action points that you said. I would like to thank everybody for this beautiful evening, and have a nice and a lovely weekend. And we thank you so much, Alexious, for your time. Thank you.